Hi there everybody, and hope everybody's keeping well. On today's video I have this is a fuel tank for the 190E which I'm working on. Now I discovered that the filter was blocked on the previous video, so on this video I'm just giving it a clean. I'm giving the tank a clean inside. I'm using this power jet to try to get all of that green stuff out of the tank, because there was quite a lot at the bottom. So I'm literally just washing the tank with water. What I have noticed is that there is obviously, to access this from here, I remove the gauge that measures the fuel quantities. You just have to undo it with your socket, the 46mm socket. This will come out, and it's got two O-rings. So anyway, that comes out, and I can see that the tank actually has a little bit of corrosion in there, unfortunately. It's a bit hard to see. Well, maybe you can just see it there. See, there is some water in there. It's a bit dirty because I've been washing it. But in there, it's some corrosion. Now, I don't know if there's much I can do about that. It's not in large quantities. It's just a little bit around it that I can see. So anyway, I'm gonna carry on cleaning this, and then I'm gonna fit the new filter in, and I'm gonna fit the level sensor gauge back. But before I fit those, I'm gonna dry the tank properly. So I'm gonna let it dry from all this water. Maybe put the heat gun in here just to get some hot air in there and dry it properly. Okay, so with this heat gun, I'm just drying the tank properly, because obviously I got water in there, and it was water going everywhere. So just want to make sure it's dried properly before I refit it. Otherwise, trying to dry it while it's in the car, it's going to be a little bit more laborious. But if I can dry it nicely, check that there's no more of that green stuff in there, just make sure I can it's not going to get blocked again. Well, at least it's been there for 30 years, so it's not so bad for having in there that long. So just gonna let it dry and then put the things back on. Okay, I had the tank drying for quite some time now. I'm going to put, that's the new filter I've got. That's the old one, obviously. This is the part number. Actually, I wonder if that part number is the same. So I didn't really go by it. It's 471. It's a slightly different part number, to be honest. It might be for a different model, but it's the same part. So I just put a little bit of grease on that O-ring there, and I'm going to get that back in the tank now. Okay, I got it there, nice and tight. These holes here, this cover here, I think I might remove it and just give it a clean. Not that it's not going to get dirty again, obviously, but and also these little clamps here, they're quite corroded. I may actually change both of them, this one and that one as well, because that one is falling apart. So I could put a new one in there too. Maybe I'll just go ahead and do that and clean this little rubber cover in here. Okay, so the time has come to refit the tank back into the car. I cleaned the hose a little bit. I put some new clamps in there and just clean this one a little bit as well. This has this thing on it, so I'm gonna clean that too, and I'm gonna fit it afterwards. But for now it's a task of refitting the tank back in there. So it wasn't too bad taking it out in the end, but it's a bit of a fiddle. So I'm gonna fiddle with that, get it back on and put, it's only for 13 mils. Of course, you'll know that if you remove your tank. Just have to wiggle these bits in that hole. There shouldn't be a problem on this thing as well. Have to pull it down. So that's what's next. I'm gonna fit this back in there and report if I have any tips on refitting this. This hose is the one that goes there. Anyway, so I'm gonna fit that from underneath the car later on. Okay, so something I just realized, this filter here is not the same size as this one. Somehow the opening of this one is a little bit bigger, which means, because this hose doesn't fit in there, but obviously it fits on here. So that is a problem, because I won't be able to, that goes in there like so, but it doesn't actually go in there. So although these parts here are the same, it's so beautiful, you and me, we meant to be. This must be for the later model, or the other model, the one that has the smaller hose. I just want to compare part number there. It says 201 4700 200. That's the part number on this one. It's 20147 00206. This one is 20147 00306. That is a 306, and this is a 206. So that's a problem. I'm gonna have to order another one of these. Maybe hopefully return this one and get another one, and then fit the tank. Okay, so I managed to source the correct part. That part number there is 20147 00206, and like I said, the one I bought was 004, I think, or 03, and and now my hose actually fits in there. So with the other one it didn't fit, so just bear that in mind if you buy one. Another thing, I bought this directly from Mercedes. It was £23, I think. So the other one I bought from eBay was around £27.50 plus £17 delivery. It worked out to be around £52. But since it didn't fit anyway, I'm able to return it, which is okay actually, and this is gonna be much cheaper. Alright, so now it's time to fit this back into the car, the tank. I'm not gonna fit this yet, that was just to show you. Okay, I got the tank back in. It wasn't that bad. Going in was a little bit easier than coming out. I haven't tightened the nuts yet, because I will do that after I make sure everything at the bottom is nice and free. And also, don't forget that little thing there which holds the carpet. Sometimes you need to go. I think it fits in there, like so. And I'm gonna be doing this, fitting this back later as well. From a distance you can tell. Now I'm gonna leave all this open. This also goes at the bottom, and this also we have to fit these things back as well. So I'm gonna reconnect everything at the bottom, and hopefully we'll get in there. Okay, I got the tank in, all the hoses connected. I'm going to try to... I already put 6 liters of fuel in the tank, so I'm just checking that there's no fuel coming out from anywhere. But now I'm able to check if there's any fuel coming out the front. Well, I can see a little bit of fuel coming out there, actually. In any case, that is good news, because that means the fuel is getting to here, unlike before. So hopefully we're going to be able to see a little bit of pressure in the gauge now. Okay, so I'm going to be fitting my distributor back in there. I got the O-ring there. I cleaned this area a little bit. It's so beautiful. Not the best, but meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Just clean that bit a little bit, and we can refit these back there. And that only takes 3 screws. To see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. Okay, one more goes in the center of this. That's why I didn't tighten this up either. You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be. Don't over tighten these in the great outdoors. They can easily get damaged. Okay, so we have a lot of pipes go back in. This pressure regulator here is quite expensive, so unless I find it's faulty, I won't be replacing it yet.
It's clear to see from up here.
Just take your time with all of these.
World seems small.
You want to make sure they go in the correct way so we don't damage any threads. This is our fuel supply. I may leave that open for now, just to see what the fuel, if the tank was the culprit, a lot of fuel will be coming out of here, so I just want to check that out before I fit it back in there. And then we're gonna check the fuel pressure anyway with this here. So in the meantime, we have all of these to refit as well.
Take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell.
So all of this should really go in by hand, without feeling any pressure.
In the great outdoors.
If you have some pressure or you try to do it with a tool, you might damage the thread.
Meant to be in the great outdoors forever.
And they can be a little bit fiddly because the pipes sometimes cause a little bit of pressure on the little head here and makes it a bit hard to. It's gonna be my this usually connects to the cold start valve, but it's going to be for measuring the fuel pressure, which is not regulated, and the other one here is regulated, and we're gonna measure that with that. But for now, I'm just gonna leave these things like this, and I'm going to tighten those up. Okay, I got it all connected. I'm just going to check if any fuel comes out here. That was the previous test I was doing. If there is some fuel coming out here, then we can test the pressure. So I'm just gonna give it a ignition, not crank, just ignition.
Sometimes you need to go, take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell.
Okay, I think I could see some fuel coming up here. Maybe not enough as I expect. Maybe not as much as I expected. Maybe I need to put a little bit more pressure on that fuel tank anyway.
Forever free.
So I may actually do that. Okay, I cured the slight leak I had at the back by the pump. So I'm just gonna pump it again, and just gonna see what's going on here again. And technically I'm expecting a lot more fuel to come out of there. Okay, now I did. Now a lot of fuel came out, so
like a bird on a tree.
that's looking like good
I'm
news.
just sitting here.
So I cured the leak and I put a little bit of extra fuel on the tank,
Clear to see
just an extra couple of liters, really.
from up here.
But
The world seems small.
so far,
We can
this might actually be really good news. Right,
It's so
let's put this back in there.
you and me. We meant to
These
be
are shut.
in the great outdoors.
The next test we can do is the pressure test. Just see what kind of fuel we get, what kind of pressure we're getting. Like before, we were getting absolutely zero. All of those are shut. So now we are going to see what we get
Take
there.
a step back to see the truth. You, from a distance you can
Well, actually the car is running. Obviously some of the fuel is going into the injectors, but this is not really going anywhere, so I'm still a bit confused. That is not measuring any fuel at all. But the car is actually running. I can see there is fuel on these lines. So I'm not sure why I'm not really sure why my fuel gauge is not reading any pressure. Unless I connected something wrong, because there should be fuel coming out of here. This line is the line for the cold start that goes in there. So it's a little bit strange, but but the car is actually running, which is good news, and I can actually
I'm just sitting here.
rev it a little bit.
I got
A little backfire there.
It's clear to
There
see
should be some fuel here.
from up here. The world seems small.
Let's get this,
We can sit together.
I need another
It's so beautiful.
wrench there.
You and me. We meant to be.
Yeah, there's plenty of fuel there as well.
Forever free.
So I'm not sure why my fuel gauge is really not reading as it should. But I can see there is fuel here.
Sometimes you need to go and take a step
So
back
nevertheless,
to see the truth around you.
I'm going to connect
From a distance you can tell.
this line for the cold start back in here.
You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
have a running car. Don't know why it's misfiring so much, but it's running, so that means now I do have a fuel supply here. Just need to make sure all of these are delivering fuel. I'm not really sure why it's misfiring, but I can see there is fuel all of them.
Take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell.
This one here, this injector doesn't have much fuel coming out of it.
You and me
Not sure why.
were meant to be in the great outdoors,
Nor has that one there.
forever free. You and me meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
But I think for now I'm gonna leave it for now because it's getting a little bit late and I can't see anything. So good news, car is running. I got plenty of fuel coming out of there now. Not sure why my fuel gauge, my fuel pressure gauge wasn't functioning properly there. I'll have to
Bird on a tree.
double check that later.
I'm just
So
sitting
anyway,
here.
I may actually post this video now with the car running, so we have some sort of good news. So
From
I hope
up
this video
here,
helps. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching,
the
and
world seems small.
I'll see you on the next video where we're gonna have to tackle
We can
the
sit
misfire.
together.